Hello, everyone. How are you? I am Jeanette from Boiqua Sewing and Crafts. I was running a little late. I was just playing mellow out and stuff. Thank you so much, everybody, for chiming in. Hey, Carmen, how you doing? Hey, Robin, Donna, Renee, Ashdod. I think I said your name wrong. Miss Solomon. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Miss Magic. How you doing? Thank you all, guys, all for chiming in and stuff. This week for Embroidery Happy Hour, what am I drinking? I'm drinking my water. I already had a margarita when I had dinner with Fred tonight and stuff. So, doing water. So in this video, one of the things that I wanted to tell you was, talk about what's new, what's been going on, some of the things that I have been experimenting with, and share with you guys some of the things that I've been doing. I put 2 new videos out this week. One of them I screwed up in, and that's doing the sewing, looking at your sewing tension on your SC1900. It was 2 videos. I only posted one. I forgot to add the other video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refilm that whole thing, take out that video, and put a new one. Basically what it was is that I wanted to show you guys that, when you're doing embroidery, usually you have to always make sure that you are, you have your tension correctly on the machine, right? And one of the things that people sometimes don't do, which I'm guilty of, I usually don't do it, is you have to check your sewing tension as well. It's not just embroidery tension. So I wanted to do a quick video on how to do the sewing tension. Sewing tension is very similar to the embroidery tension. You want to make sure that the color that you're sewing on at the top shows on the top and that your bobbin thread does not show at the bottom. You also want to make sure that when you are sewing, your stitches are nice and neat and tight. So that was one of the things that I wanted to show in that video, but kind of screwed it up. Some of you guys did comment and say, hey, what happened to video number 2? I didn't realize it, and thank you guys for putting that there, because I didn't realize that I did not add video number 2. So I said, screw it. I'm just going to delete that one. I'm going to do a whole brand new one, start to finish, on how I check the sewing tension on the SC1900. It is very similar to the checking your embroidery tension. And, especially, like I said, sewing tension, I don't really mess with too much. I don't really check it that much. The embroidery tension is very super important, especially when you're embroidering, because you are stitching thousands of stitches. The last thing you want is for you to finish your design and then you end up seeing a whole bunch of your bobbin thread showing up on the top, and then kind of like, making your design all look kind of funky, So, but I wanted to show that because it's important, because, our machine isn't just all embroidery, it's also sewing. So I wanted to show you guys how to check the sewing tension. So just wanted to put that out there so you guys know. If you see that video right now, don't really click on it, because you're only going to get half a story, okay? So I'm going to refilm that, and I'm going to put a brand new one, so that way you guys can see start to finish how to do your check your tension for the sewing capability of your machine, okay? Another thing too that I wanted to share with you guys is, I get into all sorts of different crafts, not just the embroidery and the sewing. I recently bought a sublimation printer. I got the Sawgrass 500, and I started playing with it, right, to see, what's it all about and stuff like that. I really, really, really like this. I mean, it is really crisp. So if you are looking to do like drinkware or heavy graphics on t-shirts and all that kind of stuff, I would check out that sublimation thing that people have been rambling about. It really, really is good. But I do want to share with you one thing for sure. This, I think I shared I may have shared, I think last week, because at the happy hour, I sublimated this. This is a skinny tumbler, and all I did was I just took a design off of the internet, and then I just had it printed on the paper, and then I put this in a conventional oven, not one that I eat in, okay? I got an extra conventional oven that I really don't use, so I took that out, and I used that to bake in the design. And as you can see, it came out really, really nice. It's not like you see some people, like they have vinyl and they stick it on there, and then they use I don't know, like a Mod Podge or something to go over it and stuff like that. This is actually dishwasher safe. You can put it in the dishwasher, it will never fade. It's actually baked in and part of the actual product. So I was just really, really impressed. But, there were a lot of steps to make this. Like, first of all, you got to come up with the design, then you got to print it out. Then after you print it out, then you kind of bake it in. But before you bake it in, they had a step in there that said you have to use a shrink wrap, right? So knowing me, sometimes, you get impatient. You're like, maybe you could skip that step, and it's not going to make any difference or anything like that, right? It's not going to matter, stuff like that, right? So I wanted to do a Tesla mug for myself, right? And I didn't put the shrink wrap, okay? Because I figured maybe that's a little bit too much. People are just overdoing it. There's really no purpose to it. I mean, it's just take that, you tape it around it, stick it in the oven. How bad could it be? Well, I learned the hard way. Yes, you need the shrink wrap. And I wanted to show you guys what happens if you do not use the shrink wrap when you're doing the tumblers, okay? What happens is it actually does, the paper will shift. And when the paper shifts, the ink will shift. So I want you to take a look closely to my name on this tumbler. And as you can see, look at the J. You see how here some of the ink, right? And then look at my Tesla symbol. It's kind of like really fading, like, it doesn't really look like, it looks kind of, I don't know, like blurry. Blurry, that's the word I'm looking for. But especially the name. If you look at my name, you could tell that the paper moved. It actually shifts, right? So after I did this, I was like, oh, shoot. So I was like, okay, so I guess there's a purpose, right? There's, because, sometimes, what goes through my mind is, do you really have to spend that much money? Do you really need that, that extra thing, So now I know. So if you guys do get into sublimation and you want to try this out and you do a template, learn from my mistake. That way you don't waste a tumbler the way I wasted a tumbler, which to me it's not really a waste because this is something that I get to show you guys, right? And teach people. Like if people come and say, well, do you have to do that? Well, yeah, because then you're going to get bit. So I'm going to use this as my little sampler to show people. Also, if you do plan on doing these kind of things, make sure that you get a big oven because if you guys notice right here, there's a little brown, right? And that meant that the oven that I was using, see, like even right here, these are burn marks. It got too close to the bars in the oven that has all the heat, right? So it burned the thing. So that's the other thing. So then I learned it's really, really important to have a extra large conventional oven. So because I am going to be doing this and selling them as part of my shop on Etsy, I figured it's worth the extra to go out and buy a conventional oven. So what I did was I just went on Walmart and I do, like I said last week, make sure that you use those links. So I went to eBay. I didn't see any link, for Walmart. So what I did was I just looked for gift cards for Walmart. I was able to find a couple, and then I just bought those. So I got my discounted Walmart gift cards, and then I went and I bought this online. So, I bought the oven online. So, I just wanted to show. And then after I got the big oven, right, I tried it again, and I wanted to do it again with the actual shrink wrap. And as you can see, Huge difference. Very, very big difference. See how clear this one is? And look at this one. So, and then let me see. Let me show you the name in the back. Look at how clear. See how this one, you could tell the paper shift on this one right here. And then this one, mega clear. See? And it was because I used a shrink wrap. So what it is you put, they have shrink wrap sleeves. You put it around, then you take a heat gun, and then you just kind of like smooth it over. The shrink wrap kind of like, you know, it gets real crunchy and it goes around this thing. And next thing you know, it kind of like holds it real super tight. And then you take it and you put it in the conventional oven at 400 degrees for like 4 minutes. Then you just take it out of the oven. You got to be real careful because it's like super, super hot. So I'm going to order some, you know, nice gloves, you know, that for the heat resistant gloves. And then you just peel off the paper and then voila. I mean, I see a lot of people do these things. They do them with, you know, for little girls, you know, with the mermaid scenes and stuff. Just go on the internet, grab you know, art and whatever, and you could just put it on here and stuff like that. Be careful with copyright, though. I'll tell you that. I do not sell these, so if you guys are looking for a test, no, I won't sell Tesla stuff. I won't do it because it's copyrighted, and I'm not going to get in trouble. When I make stuff like that, it's for me. I do not sell. Okay. So, but if you do sublimation and you want something, you know, for yourself, then there you go. So I just wanted to share all of that and stuff with you and stuff. So, you know, so that's what's new. I've been messing around, still doing my embroidery. I got a big order of embroidery napkins, and this lady ordered black napkins with gold thread. And I want to show you guys. She hasn't picked it up yet. Here I am. I want to show you. As a matter of fact, let me take it out of the bag because I can refill this. I wanted to show you guys these napkins came out really, really good. But let me also show you something that I had did. I'll open one up so that you guys can see it. Look, this is her dinner napkin, and I think she's having this for Thanksgiving. But it's beautiful. It's a black dinner napkin, and it's gold. It's gold embroidery and stuff. Now, let me tell you a little trick that I did. When I do these dinner napkins, I always use the sticky stabilizer. Now, whenever I buy sticky stabilizer, they always come in white. I have been searching for black sticky stabilizer. I can't find any. For some reason, it's always white. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I already knew because I float everything. So I took the sticky stabilizer, put it in my 5x7 hoop, and then I, you know, floated this on there. Now, when you peel it off, you're going to have in the back of it the white of the sticky stabilizer, okay? But let me show you how I did this, okay? Because I said, oh, I got to show you guys. As you can see some of the white, but you don't see a lot of it. Now, the reason why it looks so faded is because I discovered that you may not be able to get black sticky stabilizer, but you can get black, I don't, what you call it. I know the white one that I get from Silky is called Tender Touch, and that's what you put, you know, it's what you put over the, having a brain fart moment. This what you put over the stitching of the embroidery. Help me out, guys. You know, you guys know what I mean. The cover up, what you cover the backing of all the embroidery, so you don't have all the stitches and everything all looking. And it's soft, so that way it doesn't, you know, mess with the person's skin, right? When they wear it, you know, the Tender Touch for babies. Yes, Miss Miles, it's Tender Touch for babies, but there's another, I think it's Cover Stitch or something. I threw out the paper that this came with, but anyway, it came in the color black. So when I found out that this came in black, right, I ordered a roll, right, and then I figured, I wonder how this would work with the napkin. So when I was doing her napkins, right, I was like crossing my fingers and I'm kind of like, oh, how is it going to look? Well, I put this on the heat press, and as you can see, I'll open it up so you can see it actually isn't bad. Now, let me see if I can put it in the light. You see a little square? I think you can see a little square right there. That's where I cut it, and then I ironed it on. See? So it's not bad. I mean, it actually looks to me very, very nice. So I was just like really, really impressed. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I got to share that with everybody tonight because this works. So what I'm thinking is, you know, if you are embroidering black shirts or black towels or anything, you know, usually, and you float the item and you're using sticky stabilizer. Fortunately, a lot of it comes in white. And then when you peel it off, you see the white stuff. Man, I recommend getting this in black. I think it's cover up, backing cover up. You guys know what I mean. Get this and just iron it on top and it would look great. I'm telling you. So I'm just like so glad that I took the chance and I got this. And I think this customer, she is going to be really, really, really happy with her dinner napkins. These came out gorgeous. They really did. She is the first one that came out and said, I want black napkins with the white, the gold thread. A lot of the orders that I've gotten the olive, you know, the green olive. I've gotten ivory, and I've gotten white. This is the first time someone had ordered the black, and I think it just came out so rich looking. I was just like, wow, this is really, really nice. She's really gonna like it. I know I like it, and now I'm even thinking about making a set for myself because I'm like, this really came out nice, and it's gonna look gorgeous against some nice white dishes and stuff like that. Oh, and another thing I wanted to share also, I should get some scissors so I can cut this. I didn't cut that before I show you guys. If any of you guys are selling items or even making stuff, if you're making stuff for people, right? Chances are that someone's going to see the item and they're going to ask the person, where did you get this item from, right? And sometimes people they'll just say, I just bought it off of Etsy, and they'll forget the name of your store and stuff like that. So one of the things that I did, and now I started doing, was I purchased, and I know there's a way you can make them yourself, but I purchased these sewing labels. Let me try to put these close to the camera so you can see. So I don't think you can see it that clear. I don't think it's focusing. But I think you guys know what I mean. There's these little sewing labels, right? And what I've been doing is I've been sewing them on all my products. So something, you know, that I also wanted to share, something new that I'm doing, okay? So, you know, and I came up with that because I was thinking, you know, I do a lot of kitchen towels. So now I'm sewing my store label on the kitchen towels. I've been sewing the store labels now on the dinner napkins. And if I make shirts for someone and stuff like that, I'm just going to sew the labels on that too. So, you know, if you're doing this kind of stuff and, you know, you're making it for friends or you're even selling them and stuff like that, and you want people to, you know, maybe you could make some extra bucks. You never know. I mean, somebody's wearing your shirt that you just made, a birthday shirt that you just made, or, you know, you created all these dinner napkins and they have guests over at the house, and then they come on, they say, oh God, these things are beautiful. Where did you get them from? Man, the label's right there. And they'll be like, oh, that's the Etsy shop. That's the name. The people write it down. You know, so, you know, just something new that you can do. You know, Christmas is coming up. A lot of people are going to be buying. So you never know, especially with this, with what's going on. You know, I mean, I hear the numbers are going up, unfortunately, for the virus and stuff. And I hope everybody's being safe and careful. You know, so I have a feeling that what's going to happen this year is that, you know, a lot of people, may not go to malls. You know, I have a very strong feeling that people aren't going to want to go to malls and go to places to go shopping and stuff like that. People are going to be very, very careful. So I have a feeling that a lot of people, what they're probably going to be doing is they're going to be doing a lot of their shopping online. And one of the things that I'm noticing too is that Etsy has like a commercial now. And I notice like sometimes when I'm watching YouTube videos, because I watch YouTube a lot. I love watching YouTube. I kind of watch YouTube more than I watch regular TV now, I guess. Because in YouTube, you kind of control what you want to watch, right? So when I'm watching my little videos on YouTube and stuff, I noticed that Etsy now has like a commercial out there, which I was like thinking, oh, wow, now they already got a Christmas commercial, which I think they already know the Christmas rush is going to come. And, you know, before you know it, Thanksgiving is here. Right after Thanksgiving, that's when people start buying stuff. So, you know, you got to get ready for the rush, you know. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I know my sales for Etsy around April was like the biggest month for me because I was selling a lot of masks because unfortunately, you know, a lot of people, you know, you couldn't buy masks anywhere, right? So it took a while for companies to come around and create their own masks to start selling them. Now you can buy them anywhere. You can buy them online. You go to the store, you can get 10-pack and all that kind of stuff. So now there's masks everywhere, right? But that was like my biggest month. And to be honest, that was the month where I was like, oh, wow. I got my money back for my machine, right? Because if you've watched my earlier videos, I talk a lot about when I purchased the SC1900, you know. It's a very pricey machine, you know. I mean, it's not small change. We're not talking about a $100 or $200 machine. This machine can cost, you know, it cost me personally $1,000. And then when people started looking for sewing machines so that they can make masks and all that stuff, a lot of people were paying over like $1,500 just for that machine. So the month of April, you know, I was making all these masks, I was selling them, I was doing pretty good. And I'm going to be honest, I made that money back. I mean, because I made like close to $1,800 that month in just selling face masks. And I spent $1,000 in the machine. So that made me feel really good because I was kind of like, oh, good. So, you know, I got my return on investment on the equipment. It's kind of like when I bought my Cricut machine. You always have that guilt, right? Because you're like, you buy these things and they're not cheap. They're really not cheap, like my Cricut machine, right? The Cricut machine, the first one I actually got that one free. And I got that one because I traded all my Discover rewards for gift cards to Michael's. And that's how I got my first Cricut machine. And then from my first Cricut machine, then I went to the Maker. And but I you know, I made so many things and I sold so many things. You know, at that time I was doing t-shirts with vinyl. And, you know, that Cricut machine paid for itself. So when I went and I got the small sewing machine, it was only $185, so I didn't feel that bad. But when I got this baby, I was kind of like, oh, shoot, spend $1,000. That's a lot of money. But when I started selling masks and I made the money back, then the guilt kind of went away, you know. Now the guilt, well, my guilt is now on this machine, the big one. But in time, I know I will make that money back. Hoping, okay, but so far it's been pretty good. It has, you know, it hasn't been like, oh my god, I'm getting sales galore, but I do get sales here and there. And right now my payments on that machine is like $236 a month, and I have been making more than $236 in sales. So I can safely say that as of today, because I bought that machine in March, I've had it since March. As of today, thank goodness, every month I have made enough sales to cover that payment for that month. And when I bought it, it was like 0% interest. So to me, it was like, why would I want to give you all my money when I can just like give you $236 a month and I don't have to pay any interest? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got this machine, the big machine, you know, and stuff. So, you know, I think I got off track. Okay, I was talking about my napkins. Okay. Oh, let me tell you else what is new. Okay, now I don't know what you guys are sitting on when you're sewing. Okay, when I was doing the face mask, I was sewing for a very, very long time, right? And my back was hurting and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I wanted to get a sewing chair, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I posted it on the embroidery thing, and I love this thing. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, this is the chair that I bought. It's so cute. I got this off of Amazon. The company name is Arrow. Okay, and so cute. And this is one of the things that I love about it. It's, well, this one, they have two kinds. They have one that's wooden. The one that's wooden does not go up and down. And that was the one that I originally ordered, okay? I think I got on those people's nerves, okay? Because I canceled my order twice. This was my third order. The first order, I got the wood. And then when I read that the wood doesn't go up and down, I was thinking, okay, I'm short, you know, I don't know, you know, what if I want to go a little higher or whatever? So I canceled that one. Okay, then I ordered this one, but then they had two different fabrics. They had one with the sewing machine, and then they had the ones that I got right here with the buttons. So I ordered this one with the sewing machine pattern. But then I was thinking it's going to be too busy with the colors that I have in my room, because I got my sewing mat, and I was kind of thinking it was too busy and stuff like that with all this stuff. So I canceled that order. And then I told the guy, I said, I want the one with the buttons now. And I said, and I promise I will not cancel it anymore. And I didn't. But let me tell you what I love about this. First of all, it is super, super comfortable. It really, really, really truly is. The cushion is really, really good. Then also, one of the things that I love is, look, it opens here, and I have storage. So I can put stuff in here. I can put my stabilizer in here. Well, yeah, I could. Yeah, I can. Yeah, see? You know, so you can put stuff in here if you want. So, I mean, right now I don't have anything in there, but it's different. I want it, you know. But I thought this was really, really cute for a sewing chair. Loved it. And I was like, oh, I fell in love with it. And I have to admit, I really do like it. I don't feel, you know, my back hurts or anything. So this is my special SD1900 sewing chair. So I just wanted to show you. So that's another thing that's new. So anyway, love this thing. I ain't gonna lie, that chair was a little pricey. But I read all the reviews on that chair, and a lot of people, they all said the same thing. They were like, when they saw the price of the chair, they were kind of like, that's high. But you know, this is how I looked at it. I looked at it as, okay, let me order it. If it's a funky chair, then I'm just gonna send it back, you know, and then I'll get my money back. You never know. So, but I have to admit, it was very easy to put together, very, very simple to put together. You know, I should have did an unboxing of that, but you know, I was like, oh well. But that's the other thing. And then also, I did post this also. There's a lady on Etsy. And for you guys that have your SD1900s, I don't have it on my machine right now because I had to take it off because I had to do my dinner napkins. She sells these cute covers for the SD1900. The dust cover, dust, D-U-S-T, dust, polvo, you know, dust. Polvo is in Spanish, dust. Dust. You know what I mean? This is so that your machine doesn't get dirty, okay? So for the longest, I have been wanting a cover for my SD1900. But the problem is that the SD1900, of course, has two components. You have your embroidery bed, and then you have your sewing, right? So what happens is I wanted a sewing cover that would fit when I had the embroidery bed attached to it. She makes them. she doesn't. To me, I don't think it was that pricey. If I remember correctly, it was like $30. She has an Etsy store. Her Etsy store's name is So 3 More. So like SEW and then the number 3 and then more. And she sells all kinds of plastic covers. You get to pick the color of your edging that you want. So what I did was I ordered 3. I ended up getting one for the SC 1900. I got one for my Cricut Maker, and I even got one for my big boy right here. Okay, so because they do collect dust, and I don't want my machines getting dirty and stuff like that. So something that I want to share with you guys too. That's what I got going on this week. So yeah, I've been spending money because I'm telling you, when you get into these crafts and stuff, it's kind of like first you start off small. You say, oh, I just want to make this one thing, and then you got to buy all the things for that one thing. The next thing you know, you get into something else, and get into something else, and get into something else. And then next thing you know, you end up spending a lot of money. But because I have the Etsy store, one of the things that kind of curbs my little spending a little bit is I do budget a lot. Okay, so like I said last week on the video, all those tips that I gave you guys about saving money and stuff, believe me, I do it. And usually when I sell stuff, it kind of helps cover the cost of me spending, right? So, and a lot of times when I buy things like equipment, I make sure that when I sell them, that it at least, the sales price at the very least, covers the cost of the material. So if I buy, I'll give you an example. Let's say I get these things, right? And I spend about, I don't know, if this thing costs me like $9, then I'll sell them for 20. Okay, because that way I made up the price for the actual item. But then you got to remember too, it's just like when you're selling embroidery, you got to remember too, it's not just the shirt that you're selling, right? You got to think about the stabilizer that you use. You have to think about all the thread that you use. You got to think about your time too. Your time is precious. Okay, so it's just something for you guys to think about when you're doing pricing. I know a lot of people sometimes they have like a rule of thumb of how they price things. Like some people come out and say for every, I don't know, maybe $1 for every 1,000 stitches, right? That's how they sometimes do it, plus the price of the item. They use different formulas. Me personally, I just say a product and I at least double it, right? And I try to do it even. So like, let's say if I buy this for 10, then I'll sell it for 20, but then I'll list it for like $19.99. Because sometimes $19.99 looks better to somebody than 20, even though it's only a penny, but that penny makes a little difference, for some reason when people do searches and stuff like that. So it's just something. So the chair was pretty pricey. That to me was kind of like pricey, but the way I looked at it is, as time goes on, it will pay for itself. It'll be fine. The same thing like with this machine, as long as I can pump it out. I am hoping and I am praying that as time goes on, especially during this month after Thanksgiving, I do see that a lot of people have been going to my shop and they have been favoriting certain items of mine, and I am hoping that it's that they want to buy it, hopefully soon. I don't know. I'll probably do a lot of advertising. I do have to put more products out there. Like I did some of these stockings, and I do need to put them like, stockings like this. But the problem that I have with doing this kind of stuff, though, is that the market is pretty saturated. That's the issue. That's why I don't like too much on the birthday shirts, because it's like if you were to go to Etsy and you do birthday shirts, you have like pages and pages of people selling the same product. So my whole thing is I just want to be a little different. So like my kitchen towels, I try to do stuff a little different. you know, different sayings, different languages and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just I want to put more stuff out there for the Christmas season, and probably try to do it with Hispanic, you know, Spanish sayings and stuff like that. So, you know, because you don't see a lot of things, you know, like, you know, grandma's kitchen and all that kind of stuff. You always see it in English. So I'm trying to do it more on the Spanish side, you know. So, you know, we'll see, you know, we'll see how that goes. Okay. And then I'll let you guys know if it worked or not. I don't know. We'll see and stuff. Um, you know, so I'm hoping that November will be a good month for me in sales. I'm hoping. We'll see, because I got to pay off this machine. This machine costs me too much. But, you know, and my dream is also to get another one. I want a 10 needle. I really do. I want a 10 needle machine. This is a 6 needle. And I would love to get the Brother, I think it's the Brother 1055. I think it's the new one that they have now. So I don't know. We'll see. I've even toyed with the idea of trading it in, keep going back and forth with my head on it, but I don't know. I think I need to stick with what I have. Okay. So I don't know. We'll see and stuff. So let me see. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? I know. Let me see. Oh yes. I posted another video out there also about modifying embroidery designs using embroideries. Okay. Now I am going to post another one where you can modify designs so that you can personalize them in some way. Now the one that I just posted, and I did it with a for a book club, a wine. It was a wine glass sitting on top of a stack of books, and it had a saying book, read, and sit, something like that. I didn't like the fonts and everything. So in the video, what I did was I showed you how to get rid of certain areas in the design. And I also showed you how to get rid of some of your jump stitches, because jump stitches to me are very, very annoying. Okay. I have no problem with pressing the button and telling it to go again. It's just to me very annoying. And sometimes I feel like I know sometimes they're necessary, but sometimes they're not. But for some reason, this design has some places where it had jump stitches that you really didn't need it. So if you watch that video, I show how to get rid of them. So in conjunction with that video, okay, what I want to do is also show you how you can take a design and personalize it in some way, right? Because sometimes they have these really cute designs, but you want to change things up just a little bit. So what I did was I have purchased this design, and I got this from the embroiderylibrary.com. And it's this for, you know, for aprons, right? So what I did was I took this design. This is my last name. It wasn't here. This design was just all this, but I included my last name. So in order to include my last name, I had to break up this design so that I can move this down a little bit, and then I can add my last name on there. So at the next video that I shoot, I want to show you guys how to do this, because this is very, very helpful, because there's a lot of times that when you're looking at buying embroidery files, they're really, really cute and they're really pretty, and you want them, but you just want to give that a little personal touch to it. But sometimes it's like you don't know how to manipulate that file so that you can change it up just a little bit. So I want to put more videos so you guys can see how I create my embroidery files using other people's embroidery files. You can even take a picture from one file and another and then put them together and stuff like that. So I'm going to start posting more of those where I just set the camera right next to me, and then I click on the machine and I just explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and stuff like that. So that will help you guys to really learn more about how to move around in Brilliance and manipulate these files and really personalize them for you. I mean, they're really, it's not hard once you grasp the concept, but it's something that is really useful for you to learn So that way, when you have more choices when you want to embroider. And let's say somebody comes to you and says they want something specific, then you're really not limited. You know how to adjust things in a way that can make them, more customized. So that's kind of like, what I want to share with you guys. But that's new. That's gonna come soon and stuff. And I plan on doing that this weekend, because this weekend, I'm good. We had a little bit of trouble in the house. It's like water damage, but now my water damage is good. They already came. They fixed my ceiling. I got my new flooring, so I'm happy. So all I got to do is just clean up a little bit, because when they're putting in hardwood floors and stuff, there's always dust in the air. So I just got to clean that up and everything. So I'm gonna go over to the chat room, and I'm gonna see if you guys have any questions and stuff like that, and see if I can help you guys out and answer them and stuff. Hey, Carmen. Hello, everyone. Ready to see what's new tonight. Hey, Robin. How you doing? Hey, Renee. Got my machine today. Unboxed it with your video. Thanks. Hey, Donna. Congratulations to your machine and stuff. I know you're going to be super excited with that. I mean, it's a good machine. A lot of people have reached out to me too, because they're always asking, should I get the machine or should I just buy a separate sewing or embroidery machine? It's really a personal preference. But, a lot of people sometimes ask me about the SC1900 because it is pricey. $1,000 is not cheap, And, so I kind of tell people, I honestly had it for over a year. I was supposed to take it to get it serviced on Thursday, but I couldn't. So I'm going to be getting it serviced in 2 weeks. So that'll be my first time taking this machine to get it serviced since I owned it. And it's not that expensive. I think they're going to be charging me like $130, which to me is not bad. To have somebody take a look at the whole machine and make sure everything is fine, I'm good with that, So, but Donna, you're going to love the machine. You're gonna make so many cute stuff. You're gonna love it. You really are, and stuff. Hey, Miss Solomon. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Miss Nelson. Hey, Andrea, Norma, Tracy. Hey, Miss Miles. So excited for my first. Hey, Carrie. How you doing? Let's see. What do we got? Hey, Lucy. Lona. Annette. Why do you have to have a second oven? Okay, Annette, a second oven. Okay. Sublimation has chemicals, okay? Like this. Okay, what happens is, this is like, when I do sublimation, that's like on a printer, right? And then when I'm printing, it's on a special ink, and that is used for that specific printer only, and it goes on this paper, right? This paper, what I do is I wrap it around this. I should do a video to show you guys. And then what I do is I take the shrink wrap and then I put it on here, put the heat gun, right, to hold it in. Now what happens is, you're going to take this like this and you're going to put it in an oven. Now when you put it in the oven, you're going to notice there's a lot of smoke coming out, and it's because it's heating up the ink and all that stuff. So the reason why I have the separate oven is because there's chemicals in that ink, and it's going to be all over in there. So the last thing you want to do, and I'm serious, don't do it, it's because this is chemicals and you're cooking it in an oven. So the last thing you want is that after you're done making all your stuff, that then you decide to put a lasagna in there, and then you're cooking lasagna. And think about it, when you're cooking the lasagna, the chemicals are living in there and they're going to get in your food and you're going to be eating that. So, I mean, you could probably kill a family off, you know what I'm saying? And everybody could be eating dinner. Next thing you know, everybody's like dropping it at the table. You don't want that. So me personally, I mean, unless you don't like your family, but I actually like my family. I actually, I adore my son. I'm actually happily married. I love my husband. I mean, you know, that's my rock right there. I wouldn't want anything to happen to any one of us. So what I did was I went to Walmart and I got the conventional oven that's extra large, and it was like, I think I spent like maybe 130, 140, something like that. It's not that expensive. And I have it dedicated just to do this kind of stuff, just for the arts and crafts, nothing to do with the food. So that way, you know, I know that the ovens that I have in my kitchen are for food only. You know, I do not put any chemicals or anything in there. So that's why I do the second oven on that, because you know, it is chemicals. And you'll see it too. When I put this in the oven and it's cooking, you see like white smoke come out of there, right? And you could tell it's chemicals and stuff. And then it smells. It does smell. It has an odor in there. So I just wouldn't trust it. You know, I wouldn't trust it to put it in an oven and then you go and you put your food in there and then cook it and stuff. Not good. Don't do it. You know, so hey Blanca, how you doing? Hey Miss Smith. Has the watercolor look. Yes, Miss Sarah. Yeah. And that is one thing. Sawgrass has its own software, and it also has all these designs, and it comes with all these backgrounds and stuff. So it had these watercolor backgrounds in there, and I was like, oh, this is like really cool. It had different colors. It has so many. You could do like the tiger print. You could do. It has just so many. I mean, it was hard for me to pick. So I was just like, wow. So these, you know, I mean, I was like thinking you could sell these for kids, you know, because some kids are into the, you know, especially the girls, they're into the fairies, the mermaids, um, you know, Frozen and all that kind of stuff. You know, so if you're looking to give them as gifts, you know, and you can make them, I would, it's a great way. And what I love is that you could put them in the dishwasher and these things do not fade or anything. So it's not like vinyl. It is not like vinyl at all, where, you know, the vinyl, you have to hand wash it. You can't put it in the dishwasher, it'll get ruined and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, how did the gold, any tips on the mooks of the, okay. Hey, Lori, I did not try the metallic thread yet. The gold thread that I use is this one. I have it's just a Madeira thread, and as you can see, I use quite a bit because this is the big combs, and I don't know if you can see them right behind me over here. This is a lot of thread. Let me see if it tells me exactly how much is on here. This is 5,000 M. I guess the bigger the number, the more. But this was pretty thick. This was pretty thick. And as you can see, a lot of people that have been buying the dinner napkins have been asking for the gold thread. And, you know, it's getting thin. Okay, so I'm kind of like, ooh. So I'm kind of like thinking maybe I should maybe buy another one. I'm not sure. I'm going to, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be all right. But, you know, I will say this too. You know, something that's very, very satisfying to me is when I am using a color thread all the way to the end. I get excited. My husband will tell you, because the last time I had a white one in there in my multi-needle, and it got all the way down to the very last, and I felt so good, and I had like the empty plastic, and I went to Fred and I was like, I used it all up. And Fred was kind of like, whippy, you know. But to me, it was like a big thing because I was like, I didn't waste any thread, you know. I don't know. It's just a high. I don't know. I guess it's only something that somebody else that embroiders would appreciate, you know, that you used up all the thread. So I'll probably save this plastic comb after, because it'll be my first time using up all the thread of one of these big combs. So I'll probably save it. So, you know, but I have not done the metallic thread yet or the glitter. But I will tell you this too. When I drop off the SC 1900 to get service, I want to ask the lady at the sewing shop about metallic needles. I read that they have needles, special needles to use with the metallic thread. One of the things that I see a lot on the Facebook is that people say that when they use the metallic thread to go ahead and do embroidery, that it snags and it breaks a lot. And some people say the best way to sew with metallic thread is to slow down the speed of the machine, which, I need to show you guys how to do that and stuff. That's part of the settings, but you can slow down the speed of how, how the machine is embroidering, that helps. But when I read about the metallic needle, which I didn't even know there was such a thing, I'm wondering if maybe that's what it is you need to make sure that you're using the right needle with that thread to prevent it from breaking. Because I hear a lot of people complain that they don't like using that thread because of that. But the thing is, a lot of people like that thread because from what I hear, it's very, very shiny. So I personally want to try it, and I want to see how it does. I would love to see how that thread would work on a dinner napkin, especially like the ones that I just did for that lady where she ordered the black dinner napkin. I would love to see if I could get gold metallic thread and see how that would stitch out on that dinner napkin. Now, I will say this too. When I go thread shopping and I do see the metallic threads, they were very small little spools. They're very, very tiny. And I often wonder how long that lasts, because that's the whole reason why I like to buy these big combs, because these big combs, they're going to last. And the last thing I ever want is to be in the middle of an embroidery project and I run out of thread. That's going to piss me off because, it's not good. Let's just say that, because you want to make sure you have the same brand and the same color, because I already did a video about how when you switch brands and you think you got the right color, sometimes the colors don't match, because in one brand, their brown may not be the same brown that you're using. So, it's not, I don't like to run out of thread in the middle of my project. So I often wonder about that metallic thread. And I'm going to look at some websites too and see, because the ones that I see in the store, I noticed that the metallic thread, the spools are very, very small. So I don't know if that's a lot or whatever. And, it's just something I will look into it though, Lori, and see if I can learn more about that so I can share that with you guys. Okay. So, let's see. Tender Touch for babies. Yes, they have. Yep, the Tender Touch. I use that for the kids a lot and stuff. But I just wish they sold those in black also. All the Tender Touch that I see always comes in white, or maybe I'm just not finding it in the right place. I couldn't find it on Amazon, but maybe if I look in All Stitch or something like that, I could probably find it in black. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. You can also use black stabilizer. Yes, I can't say your name, Miss Mac. And Andrea. Yes. But what happened was that I did not have enough time to purchase black stabilizer. So I just said, heck with it. Let me try the white stabilizer, the sticky stabilizer. Oh, but you know what I could not find either? Black sticky stabilizer. I couldn't find the black sticky stabilizer, only white sticky stabilizer. But the tearaway, I was able to find that in black and stuff. But I'm going to still keep looking, You can all use the black stabilizer and the base. Yes, and I could float it. Yep, because that's what, yep. And I could do that too. I could get the black tearaway and I can baste it, use temporary spray adhesive, spray it on the tearaway, and then just float it. Yep, I could have did that. But like I said, it was too late. I didn't have the time to order the black tearaway. So I was like, yeah. Hey, Iris, how are you? Hey, Deanne. Hey, Lana. Um, we just had a mass shooting at a mall. Oh, Carmen, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it's the world we live in. I tell you, I don't. It's hard. You know, I watch nothing but YouTube and learn about. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Hey, Deanne. My children said that I have become a YouTube addict because all I do is watch it lately. Yeah, I am a YouTube addict. I will tell you that. I love watching my Just Judy, and I just like YouTube. And every time I need to do something, or I don't know, I can't figure it out, I just go, how do you do this on YouTube? And you'll always find somebody that did a video on how to do that. So, I mean, I just like it. I really do. And stuff. Gerber is having a Black Friday sale, guys. All right, guys, Miss Fuller, let us know. 60% off. Okay, well, I guess this is the time for us to buy our blanks. I will tell you that. Yep. How I have my machine. It's taken a few weeks to collect my additional things I need. Now I must jump in. I'm scared. Deanne, don't be scared. Miss Page, nope, do not be scared. I am telling you, embrace it. Make your mistakes. It's not a big deal, okay? Believe me. Everybody in this group has made a mistake. I've made mistakes. I still make mistakes, okay? And that's why when I do my videos, if I make a mistake, I leave it in there because I want you guys to know nobody's perfect. And to be honest, that is how you learn. And don't be afraid of it. It's a learning process. Just enjoy it. Enjoy learning it. And you know what's going to be so great too is even with the mistakes and all, once you get the hang of it and then you make your final product, you're going to be really proud. And you better post it on Facebook so we can all cheer you on too. We had to cancel our family Thanksgiving. Yeah, Miss, for everybody did. I mean, it looks like everyone is going to be having Thanksgiving with their immediate families at home. A lot of people have, it's just a situation, unfortunately. But let me give you guys an idea though, something that I plan on doing with my cousin Betty. My cousin Betty lives in New York. She lives by herself. So one of the things that I plan on doing is we're going to do FaceTime Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. So I got an iPad. I'm going to have it fully charged and everything. And I am actually putting that iPad on the dinner table. So while we're having Thanksgiving dinner, she's going to have Thanksgiving dinner in her house. And we're all going to talk and just have dinner together. So maybe that's something that, you guys, that you can do, I mean, even though you can't be together in a way, you kind of can too. You know what I'm saying? You can do like a meeting chats and all that stuff. So just an idea, sometimes you just got to make the best of the situation in any way you can, love the sewing chair. Oh yes, I do love my sewing chair, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like buying the other one, because Jan, from our Facebook group, also got one too, and she got the other pattern with the sewing machines. That came out really cute too. I was like, oh, that's the one that I canceled. Then I got the buttons. I should have kept that one, but then I'm like, oh, but I like them both, So, I am thinking about getting a second one, but I need to slow down because Fred's gonna kill me. He's gonna be like, Jeanette, and I'm gonna be like, well, so I gotta slow down, and stuff. So he's gonna kill me and stuff. Just getting organized, so I haven't put anything under the seat yet. Yeah, I have not put anything in there. Now, I will say my room, this is a bedroom, and I took this as a craft room. Now it's getting a little crowded because now I got the Sublimation printer, I got my regular printer, I got my label printer, and I'm kind of like, So, I was joking with Fred today at dinner, and I was saying, hey, I think I need a bigger shop, you know, but no, that's okay. I just have to organize it a little better, and I'm gonna get there because I'm determined to, you know, stay here. I don't want to move. I do not want to move, and I don't think he's gonna want us to move anyway. So, you know, let's see the dust cover. Yeah, I love the dust cover. I'm telling you, that is the only place that I was able to find a dust cover for the SC 1900. Everybody else is for a regular sewing machine that does not accommodate the embroidery bed. And that's what I love about it. And then what I like too is something that I forgot to mention to you guys. When she made this cover, you have these little, she puts little pockets on the side, you know? So this is like the side of the cover, and then it has like a little pocket. So you can put thread or anything that you want on here, you know, on the side. It's on both sides, on this side, and then it has it on this side too. Another little pocket here. Is it? Yeah, little pocket here. So it's cute. I mean, you know, for the price, not bad. And hey, it works. And I actually like the fact that it's vinyl and you can see right through it. And you can see your machine. I like that, you know. So it worked for me, you know. Let's see. Oh, I think I missed it. Where did you get your blanks you use for your Tesla cup? Okay. Ooh, bulk. All right, I got. Where did I get it? I know it was bulk cups. If you do a Google, if you Google sublimation skinny tumblers, you will see there's a place called bulk. I think it's bulktumblers.com, something like that. I'll make sure I'll put that on the link of this video and stuff, so that way you know exactly where I got them. I mean, really, really cute stuff. Also, you can go to heatpressnation.com, proworldinc.com. They have sublimation blanks also, a bunch of it too. They got cutting boards. They have stuff like this. They got coffee mugs. They got Christmas ornaments. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. And all you have to do is just get the printer with the special ink, and you just print it on there and stick it in the oven. I mean, it's awesome. And so I will do a couple of videos on how I do this stuff too. So that way, in case you guys are interested in getting into sublimation, you have the video so that you can see how I do it and stuff. Okay, Carmen, yeah, I've heard of Hatch. Hatch is very good. There's a guy by the name of John Deere, and he does embroidery and stuff. I need the needle for metallic thread has a bigger eye, so there is less friction. Thank you, Iris. So maybe that's why people are saying use that and stuff. I purchased some Brilliance, so I feel like I need to master it, but I wish I had a side-by-side buddy to learn with. One of the things that I do, Deanne, is when I am using Embrilliance and I need to learn how to do a function, what I do is I kind of minimize my Embrilliance window, and then I put a YouTube video on the side, and then I kind of follow the video and stuff. So that's how I do it and stuff. Find out. You should find out if you can do a trial for it. They do have a version of the Embrilliance that you can try for free and stuff. I think it's for like 30 days. I'm not sure. Let's see. Any other questions? Do you have a video about needles? Which needles work better for different mediums and threads? You know, Annette, I don't. There is though something that I do recommend. There's an article that I've talked about in the past. If you Google this, which is Fabrics 101 Stabilizer and Design Guide, what this does is it gives you an idea of the fabric, the stabilizer, the type of design, and also the type of needle you should use for that design. Okay, so you know, that's how I know what size needle to use with what fabric, but it not with what thread. You know, I'm always, you know, to me, when I look at what size what needle I should use. I'm really focusing on the fabric that I'm sewing on and stuff. But I'm gonna look into that because I'm sure that it should have something to do with the thread that you're using as well, you know. Let's see. Brother should have given a dust cover for the price instead of a knee pedal, which I never use. You know, Adrian, I agree with you on that because the knee lifter, I don't use it at all either, and I would have preferred a cover as well. So yeah, I agree with you because I tried using that knee lifter, and you really have to get used to using that. And I'm very used to just lifting up the knee, you know, the feet with my hand, you know, the switch. I don't use the knee lifter at all. I mean, they could have kept that, you know. Yeah, I agree and stuff. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. Let's see, I shared some of the new stuff I got going on, and I went over my time. It's 9:06. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for chiming in. I hope you like this embroidery hour and you give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I try to go live every Friday at 8 o'clock. I always try to bring new topics and show you guys what I've been doing and what I've learned and everything. I also have a Facebook group that's called Happy Hour Adventures. Please join the Facebook group. And also, for those of you that don't know, I also created a Christmas gift giving thing on Esther.com for Boricua Sewing and Crafts members. If you guys are interested, one of the things that I thought would be neat is if people signed up, and then, you know, we can make things with our sewing machines and exchange them as gifts, you know. So I do have a few people that signed up. I was kind of hoping to get more people to sign up, but that's okay. I mean, you know, but you know, if you want to do that, please join. You know, I have the link to the site on Esther at the Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures Facebook group. If you are interested, please sign up. I mean, I think it's going to be fun, you know, to see what we make. And then I thought also that when we exchange gifts, we can all post our pictures, you know, with the gift that we got, you know. I mean, you can make anything, make little purses or whatever, little kitchen towels, whatever, you know. I mean, we're all beginners. We all just got our machines, you know, and, you know, I just thought it would be something fun, you know, to bring us all together and everything. So, you know, hope you guys like this video and stuff. Please give it a thumbs up. Please be safe out there, and pray for those folks at the mall that one of you guys posted. There's some shooting and stuff. I know we're going through really difficult times right now and stuff. So please stay positive and, you know, take care of yourself, take care of each other, be safe, enjoy your machines, have fun with your machines. Don't be afraid to try things new. If you make a mistake, no big deal. That's how you learn. That's how you get better. So, you know, love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support and stuff. Please stay happy, stay healthy, and keep sewing, keep embroidering. Love you guys. So I will see you next week, and I'll make sure that I post some more extra videos during this week so that you guys can learn with me about, you know, more things about embrilliance and how I work and, you know, my embroidery files. And also I want to show you some more of stuff on the settings on the SC1900, how to customize it and all that kind of stuff. So I will have more videos coming out soon, okay? So please take care. Please be safe. And like I said, if you like this video, give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. And you guys have a great night. Happy sewing and happy embroidering. Bye.